Hi guys, Blake here today, joined by Captain Tony Weldele.
Hey, that's perfect.
Ha, I did it this time. With Rainbow Chasers Guide Service and Squincher Outdoors. And we're going to do the one cast for you today. It is March the 3rd, and it is like 1 something in the afternoon. And we are getting ready to drift right below Fall Creek, and we're going to put his minnow trick against my new minnow trick.
Last night we had almost 3 inches of rain in Branson,
yeah.
And early March is a really good time to use a minnow. A lot of times people don't even think about using a minnow on Taneycomo. We've been doing it for years. So what I do when I'm using a minnow, I take 1 power egg, and the water's a little murky today, so I chose a white one, and I'll slide it up above the shaft of my hook, and that'll help float that minnow up off the bottom and keep him from getting snagged. And plus, it's a good little thing that sometimes they'll see that white egg,
kind of
and then
attractor.
they're like, oh, there's a minnow behind there, and they'll grab it. So that's what I'm going to do. What are you going to do, Blake?
Well, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing for the last week. I've got my fancy threaded minnow, and I took the time to go ahead and thread one up before I got out here. But I've got that threaded from the tail down to the face of the minnow. The hook is popping right out of there, out of the eye. So the fish like to turn fish around before they eat them and eat them head first. So ideally this helps to get a hook set better. I've got a little orange egg on above that, and I've got my size 12 barrel swivel and sliding snap swivel holding my 1/4 ounce weight, because they are running 4 units today.
Yeah, that water level has jumped up quite a bit today. Yeah. So I'm going to grab me a minnow,
and he's going to get a minnow on, and I'm going to get the boat out in the middle of the lake.
I'm going to hook my minnow right underneath the bottom of the lip and come up through the nose hole and keep mine alive. Blake's minnow's dead.
I just merely made him unconscious for the threading process.
For the thread, so it wouldn't hurt so bad?
Yeah, that's right.
So we're probably going to stay on the inside edge here and fish the gravel side and try and maybe get out of the current a little bit, because it is cranking today.
Yeah, whenever they run this 4 units, the fish will push off to the slow water sides to try to avoid swimming too hard for too long. All right.
We're almost legal, Blake. Hang on.
I know. I can't cast yet. All right, we're officially below the sign for the trophy area.
This is a good way to maybe catch a brown trout. You never know with a minnow.
This is also brown trout weather we got going on today. Like you was saying, it rained all yesterday afternoon and this morning until about 10 or 11.
You ticking bottom, I can feel the bottom pretty good.
Yeah, I'm ticking. Ooh, that felt like a bite. Yesterday I had one pick it up before it even got to the bottom. I went to tighten my line and he was already there, but I missed him. I don't have too many fishing reports from today. We had a schedule of boats to go out this morning. However, with the rain, everybody decided to stay in. So I didn't get any morning fishing reports from boats going out and coming back for lunch. However, we do have some boats on the water now. Just no fishing reports to go with them yet. But as I was saying, yeah.
And the wind is blowing.
Yes, it is. I'm going to try my best to keep us drifting with the current speed and keep the boat somewhat straight. You do want your lines drifting primarily straight upstream. When they get pulled too far to the left or the right, it screws up your drift.
I'm bouncing perfect, actually. Even with 4 generators, I'm staying in contact pretty good with the boat.
I'm having to kind of slow the trolling motor down just a touch for mine. But you might have a touch more weight on than I do. This 4 units of water should break loose some scuds that have been hiding pretty well. So I imagine the scud bite down here below Fall Creek will be pretty good for the next couple days.
I would imagine they'll probably run 4 units for a couple days now.
Yeah, you know, especially if Table Rock and Beaver Lake got 3 inches. We'll be back to running that 4 for half the day and 2 for the other half. Uh-oh.
I just had a hit. You guys, if you get a bite on a minnow, a lot of times I'll just drop my rod tip and let him eat it for a second before I set the hook. And he didn't hang on to it, but that was definitely a bite. You could see it, couldn't you?
Yeah, I saw the bite. I think I just had one too.
I don't think he got my minnow. I'm going to keep it out there for a second.
Guys, it is definitely getting colder outside. Oh.
There he is, fish on.
All right. If Tony can get it to the boat, he's one up on me already.
Nice one.
Yeah, not bad.
No worries, Blake. I'll get the net.
Good job. I'm glad you got a lot of practice doing that, Tony.
It's a pretty one here. Hooked him right in the top of the lip, Blake. Look at that. Perfect.
Yep. Perfect hook set.
And a lot of times when they're running those 4 generators, you'll get some of them trout out of the trophy area that'll sneak below the trophy area, and you can catch some pretty nice rainbows this time of year doing that. I'm going to turn him loose first.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to catch a fish. I don't want to get my hands wet.
I want to hook it for you.
Okay. Full guide service.
All right, guys, you can see my egg. It just split up the line. It's perfectly fine. You slide it back down right to the top of the hook. Ready to go.
And I'm going to call no fish on the first cast. I just wanted to pull mine in to make sure I didn't have any moss. I saw some moss on my line there.
Do I not get credit for one on the first cast? Because of that?
Well, unfortunately, it's the person wearing the mic that gets the credit, but you did catch one on the first cast.
That's three one cast and 2 on my first cast. Come on, Blake.
You know what? Next time I'm giving you the mic, Tony. Just know that once you wear the mic, those odds, they get flipped around. They drop drastically.
And one thing you want to do when they're running this much current, don't make a super duper long cast. You get it too far from the boat, it never gets to the bottom, so it's not really necessary to fling it way out there.
Yeah, I only cast mine about 20 foot out there.
Make sure it's hitting the bottom.
A pretty good bounce now.
Yeah, I'm bouncing perfect. If you'd have kept that trout to eat, I guarantee that was a pink meat one right
Oh yeah, yeah, that one's been in the lake for a second. That last one I caught on the minnow yesterday was about like that. Nice little 14-incher, been around for a little bit.
All the fins on it look pretty.
Mm-hmm. Had that same light spot pattern like that one did.
I think that trout chased mine down the river. It was the same trout that did the first time.
I think they'll chase them for a while, trying to turn them around and get them the way they want them.
Trout just go.
Oh, there was a hit. Oh,
Right. Get him. That's
got him.
That's a decent fish.
I got him.
I'm gonna reel in and grab the net just in case.
I got him. This rod also makes him look pretty, it's a lightweight 5.5.
That looks good anyway.
Not bad though.
Nice one.
Not bad. On the egg.
You didn't catch him on the minnow. That's good. That means I'm up 1-0 still on the minnow bite.
That's right. Yes, you are.
Ooh, that's a pretty one. Another nice one.
Well, I'm not sure which one he was going for. He almost had them both in his mouth. Just remember, my rig is all one, it's all part together now. The egg's a part of it.
Good, you're tangled, so you're out of commission.
I know, yes I am. At the moment. Did mention I've been trying to figure out which hook is best for threading this. Today I've got the Gamakatsu size 8 octopus circle hook. And I'm going to continue trying different hooks until I find which one I like the best for threading these minnows. Because once you get the right hook, it is a lot easier to thread them. Just got to get the right point and the right length of the shaft on it, and then it makes it, you can go pretty fast.
Well, I'm ticking perfect though.
Yeah, me too. Well, that wind's blowing us just upstream just slightly.
Just enough to slow us down.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like it when it does that, but when it blows you sideways and you can't ever keep a straight drift, it's fairly annoying. Well, there's definitely some junk floating in the water here. Keeps picking up.
Come up a little bit, so anything that was on the side of the bank's gonna
Yeah.
come up to the water.
Yep. Keeps picking up on my line and stopping my feeling there. Another reason minnows are good this time of the year is that creek water gets so cold, the natural minnows that live in the creek swim out in the main lake to be, well, they'll not freeze to death, ultimately. And so the fish will key in on that a little bit.
With 4 generators, guys, this is a gravel bar on this side, and it dropped on the edge of the drop-off, and the current's a little bit slower right here. And those trout, they don't like fighting the current forever. So
no.
they want to go to where it's easiest.
If they're real actively feeding on a spot, you know, a transition zone, they'll swim in that strong current for a while, but they want to get out of it. Oh, I missed one.
No bite, or?
I don't know. It felt like he was trying to take the minnow, but who knows? I had the same eggs on here yesterday, and they didn't touch the egg. They went for the minnow both times. So
Water's got just a nice color to it. It's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's actually cleared up a little bit since this morning. It was a little dingier. It wasn't by any means chocolate milk first thing this morning, though. It was just dingy.
Just off color.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh.
We tapped it again.
I saw it.
With a minnow, you kind of got to be patient. Don't jerk your rod the second you get a nibble, because all you're going to do is jerk your minnow off.
Yep.
Be left with, oh, I couldn't take it.
That's the hardest part about fishing a minnow for me, is knowing the moment to actually set the hook, because you just want to, like, there's a bite right there.
You got me too.
You just want to set the hook.
Well, when you drift for a while and you don't get a bite, when you get a bite, you're jerking it.
I know. But you got to wait for them to turn it around and eat it the way they want to eat it, you know?
I'm going to try to save a big one for you in case you need it.
Okay. Set back down. A little easier to control the boat like that. If it was a recessed pedal, it might be easier to stand up, but
It's not bad. Current's trying to suck us across the lake.
yeah, and I'm doing my best to fight it and not get sucked across the lake here, but because I want to be on that,
The gravel.
on that inside edge, especially right here, just coming at the boat ramp. Might just reel in and recast and put the boat over there again. That's what I'm gonna do.
We made it, your minnow. Kind of chewed up.
Yeah, he straightened it out just or bent it up just a touch there. Sorry, doing 2 things at once, not paying attention.
Gravel side over here when you're drifting on bottom, you don't really get a lot of snags. If you get over there in the channel where the rocks are, that's when you start losing stuff. This side ain't too bad.
Definitely had a little bit of junk on my weight and egg there.
Does that minnow seem like he floats through the water, but he doesn't spin too much when you got him perfectly straight like that?
I don't know. I've never been down there to see it.
It doesn't seem like your line's twisted or anything.
No, yeah. You thread it on there and do enough tight spacing, it stays pretty straight. But if you put too loose a spacing between your thread, then the minnow can get bent up pretty easy. Yeah, that current's wanting to suck us across there.
Another bite. They're definitely liking minnows.
Yeah, they were liking it yesterday. Woo!
Wow. Not very nice out.
No, that wind is not nice.
But Saturday it's supposed to be 60, and Sunday it's supposed to be 70, and Monday it's supposed to be 70.
73 on Monday, yeah.
We've got to get past today, I guess.
I'm telling you right now, I'm wishing I was wearing a few more layers at this exact moment. That wind blow right through you. And now instead of the wind blowing at our back, it's blowing directly at our front.
Yeah, right in our face. And my fingertips are cold.
You know, my fingers are cold, but it's my legs that are getting me right now. A little bit more surface area with the legs, you know?
I guess spring breakers will start showing up next week.
Yep. Yeah, I think the first set of spring breaks that happen in the beginning of next week. And then Branson will be busy.
So this will be a good weekend to get out on the water and fish, because it probably won't be too crowded.
Yeah.
Felt like I was really close to the trolling motor, but I really wasn't, was I?
Uh-uh. Have to do a little more slowing the boat down with this wind blowing at us. Tennis ball over there.
Yeah, tennis ball. Today probably would have been a good day to try a night crawler too.
Yeah, well, I've been recommending that to people because anytime it rains, the night crawlers get pushed in the lake. So
There was worms all over my driveway last night. Coming up on the honey hole, I would say the little flat right here above Short Creek seems to always hold fish. So.
yep. Should I get the junk off of my line? Man, that wind is evil.
It just keeps pushing us over too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of pushing us downstream and over at the same time. Can't tell if my rod's bouncing the bottom or if I'm just shaking.
I like to hold my finger on the fishing line so I can feel a bite. My fingertips are numb.
Oh,
Ooh, that looks pretty fishy.
it was.
I saw that one.
It was.
As a fishing guy to me, Blake, I couldn't.
I knew it was a bite. I was waiting for him to come back and hit it again, because he took the minnow this time.
All right, 1 minnow fight broken. Oh, they come off.
Perfect. I didn't want to touch him anyway.
No, okay.
Cool thing about this is a lot of the time you can just re-thread and you don't have to do much.
I really don't think the live minnow or dead minnow makes much of a difference in this kind of current. I don't think they have time to look at it to figure out what the deal is with it.
No, and even in the yesterday's 2 units, they didn't seem to mind. There we go. And just like that, I still have a minnow.
Back in business. And we're still in the honey.
Now these little minnows definitely get torn up faster than per se a shiner minnow does dragging. So you do, after a couple drags or fish, you gotta tear it off and put a new one on. But I think I'm good for one more bite.
On the way up, it looks like we may have had some storm damage last night. One of the docks over here looked like a giant tree fell right on it, dead center.
Absolutely crushed it.
Bad luck. I don't think there was a boat in that one though, so. That Blake, the next 100-yard stretch is the spot.
Uh-huh.
Staying even with the tennis ball.
I'm doing a good job considering the amount of wind we're dealing with here. Kept a pretty decent drift the whole time. And you guys could probably get off in an eddy pocket somewhere behind a dock somewhere in tight line doing both of these same things with the minnow.
Probably.
And probably catch fish that way too. But I would definitely suggest some slower water if you're in a tight line.
Yeah, you're gonna have current all the way down to.
Yeah, well, you got this big. Oh.
Got it?
Yep. You got this big eddy pocket down here in the front of the trees there.
Net worthy or just...
No, he's not putting up much of a fight yet. He hit the minnow though. He's a little guy. He wanted it.
And he's right here at the mouth of
There you go. He threw my minnow that time.
Oh, good. You're out of commission.
Uh-huh. That might be a natural born there. Trying to throw me off the boat, Tony?
Well, he got a crank in.
Right in the lip.
Right on the top of the lip. So guys, don't be scared to come out here when there's 4 units on. I mean, they're biting today.
A natural born, I believe. Perfect fins, everything's intact. Pretty fish. Oh, I had to get my hands wet. Oh my gosh.
I brought you a towel though.
Yeah, Tony was thinking like a guide. He brought a towel. I never do that. Well, while we're got a moment, I'll just face this down and show you guys the threading process one more time. Getting that first initial one back there in the tail can be a little tricky just because it's a skinnier area to work with. My hands are so slimy. Woo.
Take your time, Blake, so I can catch up to you.
Well, I'm taking plenty of time right now, that's for sure. I'm having a hard time getting that minnow to hold still enough for me to get that first hook set in there without hooking my own finger. It'd help if my hands weren't freezing cold.
It'd help if your fingers weren't like clubs.
Yeah. Not feeling very much dexterity right now.
Nice to see buds on the trees. Spring is close.
Alright, so I got the first one through. We're going to follow the lateral line of the minnow down. You go in the same side that you came out of, about an 1/8 to a 1/4 inch down the minnow at a time. Here. Yeah, somebody's worked up over there. Well, yeah, it's trying to thread a minnow and your fingers are frozen is not ideal. I promise it doesn't take this long.
Take your time, take your time.
Yeah. I hear you up there, Tony.
And it's really a pretty good drift from Fall Creek to there. We've had 6 bites and 4 fish.
Yeah, we've only been on for 25 minutes. That's not bad fishing.
So if you're on the lake, you guys have plenty of minnows now for selling and stuff?
Yeah, we'll have minnows for sale as long as the water quality stays nice, which it is. So stop by the marina and pick up your bucket of minnows.
You're gonna have to turn the camera around, let everybody look at that dock. Man, that's bad. That was bad luck right there.
Just about got my minnow threaded. Here you go.
Look at that.
That tree landed right in the center.
Like you couldn't have tried it any better. Glad nobody was on there fishing. Lord.
No kidding. All right, and I have my minnow threaded officially.
Oh, Blake, I caught the tree.
Oh, now who's out of commission?
You broke everything too.
Now who's out of commission? Tony?
I'm done.
I've got this rod right here with a hook on it already.
Nope, I'm gonna do my own.
And you can put your little white egg above that hook.
Really? Golly, that whole tree came completely out.
Yeah, it did. That is unfortunate. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, no, is that the other tree?
Yeah, you got the tree too.
Well, I know there's more than one stump over here. And that might just be time to call the episode there. Yeah, that's bad luck.
I mean, that was a pretty good drift.
Because that ripped my my freshly threaded minnow off, and I'm not doing it again. My hands are too cold, my legs are cold, and we're out. But we thank you guys for watching today. Minnow bite's still on, and
maybe tomorrow try a night crawler.
Yeah, I'd definitely try a night crawler tomorrow too. But we thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back out to do it for you again tomorrow. Perfect. Till then.